Question 2. Aphids are small insects that feed from the phloem of plant stems. Some scientists use aphids to investigate the rate of sugar movement along a plant stem. The apparatus they use is shown in Figure 1, and we can see Figure 1 here on the right, with a sealed bottle containing radioactive carbon dioxide, aphid 1, aphid 2, located along the plant stem. The scientists found that radioactive sugar appeared in aphid 1 30 minutes after a light was shone on the plant. It took 70 minutes for radioactive sugar to appear in aphid 2. So essentially what we're seeing is that the radioactive sugar is appearing here in aphid 1 first, and then in aphid 2 at a later time. Let's look at the question parts now. Part A. Explain why radioactive sugar appears in the aphid sometime after a light is shone on the plant. So here we're trying to think, okay, why is the radioactive sugar getting into the aphid? And the key is the fact that the sealed bottle contains radioactive carbon dioxide. So clearly what's happening here is that photosynthesis is occurring, that radioactive carbon dioxide is being incorporated into sugar that has then been passed to that aphid. So, in terms of an answer for this, the plant's use of light in photosynthesis to make sugars, as we said, that scores 1 mark. The second mark is that these sugars contain radioactive carbon from the carbon dioxide. That's the second mark. And the third mark is the sugars then move down the stem by translocation. And then, yes, they are then fed on by the aphid. So those 3 points give us the 3 marks available for this question. Part B. Aphid 1 and aphid 2 are 20 centimetres apart. Calculate the rate of sugar movement along the stem in centimetres per hour. Okay, so what we need to do for this is calculate the rate. So it's going to be in centimetres per hour, as we're told. We can see that unit there at the bottom too. So what we do is we do 20, which is the distance travelled, divided by the time, which is 0.67. Now, how did I get at 0.67? Well, because it took 40 minutes for the sugar to travel down to aphid 2, because it's 70 take away 30, which gives us 40. Now, to get that into hours, what we do, because that's in minutes, we can see there that is in minutes. So we do 40 divided by 60, and that gives us a 0.67 there to go as a time component. So we've got distance over time, and that gives us an answer of 30 centimetres per hour. We score 1 mark here for the correct calculation of the rate there. There's not actually a mark available for working out the time, you just had to do that. And then 1 mark for the correct answer, centimetres per hour. I suppose the key thing with that question is to make sure you're converting the minutes into hours before you do the calculation. Always be careful when you're looking at rates to make sure you're using the correct time and distance component.